the Battle Podcast. You are here with Rabbi Master Distiller Benjamin Tarabello of Tarabello Distillery, a New York-based distillery, and CEO of TTBMath.com, the software you need running your winery, brewery, distillery, e-commerce. We're your best friend. Check us out at ttbmath.com and see on what you're missing out on and how you can save your precious time to actually build sales and make money. Guys, today it is my favorite topic. That is New York Farm Distillery licenses. This time it's for the beer brewery, okay? A beer brewery farm license, A, has a nice ring. Guess what? Ring is everything in this day and age. If you don't have a good ring, people aren't gonna ring and your wallet won't be buzzing. Okay, enough with the jokes. That's business, I guess. A farm brewer license offers a tremendous advantage over ordinary beer brewer's license. You can brew up to 75,000 barrels, which gives you a nice amount of range. You can have multiple locations. You can do contract beer brewing. It sets you up to actually grow and eventually morph into a giant beer brewing license that can be national. But guys, this is 2.3 million gallons of beer you're entitled to make. That's a lot of beer. Okay. Now the instructions are the ingredient requirements are a little tricky. They're written better than the distilling ones, at least in favor of the state and not the creator. You have to have 60% of your hops by weight from local, okay, and 6% of all other ingredients. Beer is a little tough to make ready to RTDs, local ingredients. I would try to argue water is an ingredient, but hey, that doesn't really work. It's been this multiple year tier of making these regs, getting stricter and stricter and stricter. And you gotta keep your eyes open. Maybe they'll give you more stricter, maybe even more lenient. What qualifies as a New York State ingredient? Okay, like I said, I wish it was water, but no, it's hops, grains, adjuncts, and specialty ingredients, and the malt. What's important is to document where you got everything from, your purchase invoice. Again, ttmath.com, we got you covered. Start using us. We'll keep track of all of this information, calculations, etc., of how you got to your final decision that you're a New York beer. Guys, it's not a cat out of the hat. It's simple as that. The SLA can order you at any time. Okay? Now, here's where it gets tricky. Is it worth being a New York beer brewers? Crush your numbers. I always say yes because you could be called yourself a farm brewery, and everyone loves farm. It feels wholesome and delicious. But other than that, listen, you gotta make your own business decision. We can help you out at TT Math, our consulting department. It sells abroad, New York. Everyone knows Frank Sinatra's New York. It's easy. Your ingredients are local. You can pick them up. It's something I just love is the localness. If you're a New York beer brewery, now don't try to be a New York beer brewer in another state. It won't get you your discounts. We'll get to other states when the time comes. Okay. I say you even have an opportunity to pattern yourself as a New York standout. It's hard to compete at national level, making the clearest, most awful beer. Making a New York beer, you don't got that much competition to be the New York beer. You have on-premise privileges. People come on, tap rooms, tasting rooms, excitement. It's all yours. You can create a true experience. You might be even allowed to have food. You can get food trucks, pop-up restaurants. Bring your own food is very popular. Hosting catered events. These are all great experiences that you might not need a health department permits for. Listen, you got to speak to your local area. I always tell everyone, do events local, bring people in local. There's nothing like a trivia night and game night out locally. Beer release parties are awesome, okay? Awesome private parties and weddings do well. Teaching locals about their local farmers. Have the farmer come in when you're serving his product. He'll bring friends and charge for the event. Bing, bing, boom. There it goes. Okay. Now, what's important is to know your hours, your local hours. Sometimes it's lunch crowds because it come with food. Weekend afternoon visitors, entertainment seekers. Each crowd needs its own service and excitement for. And you gotta pay attention to that. Now you have a second location privilege. So if you're in upstate New York beer brewer, guys, this is awesome. This is awesome. Open up in World Trade Center. Open up wherever you want. What I say, World Trade Center, guys. Open up in the Freedom Tower. You have a second location that's legal. It's easy to get through. It's awesome. Okay, you can go ahead and this offsite retail to sell you by the glass, um, full tasting room, serve food where permitted, and host events and entertainments. Now, I would say try to get a sports team on board. There is cool room for expansion if you're a New York farm brewer, and we have not seen any farm brewers take advantage of this. So, I say let's go. Revenue diversification is also a big benefit of that. You're in two places, twice as lucky or twice as unlucky. If you're not doing well, you take twice as quickly. Okay. Now, you must be aware you can't sell other products in your second location. You have DTC, which is awesome. Okay, direct to consumers, it's great. Build up that list. On premise, we'll just go through it quickly. You get draft beer by glass, growlers, packaged goods, merchandise, and branded goods. I don't want you to underestimate the power of your baseball cap. Make sure you are out there. You can go to farmers markets. You might not make massive sales on farmers market. It's a great marketing opportunity, networking opportunity. Make sure you show up. Okay. Special events you can get permits for easily. Beer festivals, craft beverage events, county and state fairs, community celebrations, and fundraisers. Yeah, don't do Alcohol Anonymous fundraisers. Promotional events at retail accounts. Guys, you have an opportunity others don't have if you're a farm brewery. You got to do it. Wholesale distribution is always, since you can sell directly often, you get a much bigger, cash advantage on the sale. You can build brand loyalty if you actually show up to do the delivery because they know who you are. You can sweet talk the sales clerk. It's good, okay? And this is also for direct to consumers. It's the same rule. You're shaking hands, showing your muscle, pumping fists. That's not how to do it, okay? Your annual license fee is nothing, $320. Brown label registration benefits, it's a nano, it's nothing over there. It's just easy, get it done. A tax advantage is your agriculture assessment, potential ability for agricultural grants. Guys, I love that. Economic development incentives. It's always great to get government funding. We love doing it for people. And your farm, for crying out loud, so you are just healthy. Sounds good. Okay, so get that immense value in being a farm brewery. You'll have the New York State legislator support. It's a no-brainer, at least for when you start. You don't need to take investors. Just get it going. I mean, we at TT Math charge $5,000 generally to get it done for you. If you don't have $5,000, I don't know if this is worth your industry. You need a whole lot more than that to start. That's another podcast. We're going to get to the cost of starting up. Okay, you don't need to have agricultural land. You need to be getting from agricultural land. Sign the contract, get it done. Okay, so that's really it that you gotta know. Don't have to be a real farm. Okay, you just gotta have a contract with a real farm. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you all tomorrow. This is awesome.